Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Just gotta like everyone's message. Boom. Okay. Feeling good. I was up for the recording. I was up all night. Well, all night. I was up to like 1:30, maybe 2 a.m. watching crypto. And I woke up today at like 7, like 7:15. I slept in a bit and still feel good. I know I sound tired, but I feel really good, really focused. Um, so I'll give it a minute just to see if others get on. Good to see you, Hannah. You don't have to respond or anything. But yeah, for the recording, we had I don't know, I'll just talk about a little bit what happened yesterday. Okay. Let's go over to Bitcoin first, and we'll go to the cool on the hourly chart. And last night, we had a good dip. Pretty good quick dip. And here on this chart, I'm on the hourly. On Bitcoin, I have the Fibonacci levels. And so that definitely helped to just kind of see perspective of like what's going on. But zooming out, hold on, I'll go back to the 1 hour in a second. First things first, we cannot deny that we are at a resistance level on crypto. Like this is an area that in 2021, we touched it and we went upward, right? So we're right at that level right now. And obviously, knowing how charts work, right? Knowing how the tides of the ocean work, right? Wherever we bounced before, it's going to be an area that we mess with as well. So that's what happened with Bitcoin. We touched it. We dipped a bit. I'm just talking about crypto for a little bit. I have some cool announcements and consciousness stuff that I'm going to wait till others get on to go in on. But Grand Rising or wherever you're at, maybe good evening. I don't know where you're at. But blessings probably for Teresa there. It's evening. But yeah, for everyone else, good to see you, Hannah, Sean, Teresa, Andrew, and good to see you guys. So yeah, anyways, what I was saying earlier is I was stayed up all night trading crypto because it dipped last night, and I wanted to catch either if I needed to close my buys or if I need to buy more. And the main coins that I have open right now that I'm in trades. Now, trading is different than investing. For me, investing is I'm willing to hold for a year or two, right? So the things I'm talking about right now, these are trades. These are not investments. So my crypto investments, I haven't touched any of them. These are the things that when it comes to all things that I'm invested in, crypto probably takes up like 60 to 70% of that right now. And of that 60 to 70% of my investment money that I have ready for crypto, right now there's probably about 70% of it that's actually in coins. The rest is in US dollar coins. So I'm just telling you guys my strategy that it's been developed over 7 years now. And I always a rule I have for myself with crypto is I always have money ready to buy for when it goes lower, if it goes lower. And sometimes it doesn't, but you never want to be the person who goes all in and then all of a sudden it dips down really hard. You're like, oh, dang, I don't have any more ammunition. So that means that I don't ever put 100% of my money in crypto. The money I have for crypto, not ever 100% of it is in, but we'll get up to 95% for sure. So, yeah, on that note, I'm going to talk to you guys just a little bit about price action, like what I'm seeing in the charts, and then kind of what I would do over the next year or so. And this is a live stream, so if those of you that don't know or do know, like treat this as like a coaching call. Like if you have any questions, if there's some things that don't make any sense, just ask. Like I'm here. I got a solid hour, and then I have to prepare for another call. So that's a good transition really quick to an announcement. For this next call. Some of you on here are going to be present for that call or are invited to that call. So this call is for officially we have put together a trading team. Well, we're testing it out. There's like 16, 17 people. Some are gonna fall off. I get that. But this announcement is that this is the next step. I'm really stoked for where the Atlantis community is going, and the Ascended Trader mentorship and all that. It's the intention behind it has always been to create more profitable traders. But now in the last 2 years, what that means is we need people who can help us to create this decentralized economy that we've planned out. A few of us. I'm the one pushing it the most and talking about it the most, but I'm not the only one to come up with this. And what this is, just to really briefly summarize, is we're creating. Imagine a bank. Every one of you has used a bank at one point, right? Or probably does still. I have friends out here in Guatemala that live all off crypto. They don't even have bank accounts. It's great. So we can do that. But what I'm getting at is imagine a bank, and imagine, I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Imagine how banks work. If you don't know, I'm going to explain it to you. When you let's say you put $1 million of your own hard-earned money into a bank account, they're legally allowed to leverage it between 14 and 26x. What that means is if you put $1 million in the bank account, they can give out 14 to 26 million dollars worth of loans, financing, investment. So what does that mean? That means that most of the money in the United States is fake, is created. It's scarcity, it's debt, it's empty space, because it's not real. And the reason that the government does that is it allows banks to, that's how the economy expands. You need to constantly be having money moving. So the challenge here is that if you put $1 million into a bank account and then they give out $14 million in loans, they're making buku income off of your money, right? Think of $14 million of mortgages, car loans, right? What's the other ones? School loans, things like that. Think of all the income that they're making from that. And they pay out how much percentage in interest to your bank, to your account? 0.01%. It's horrible. It's a tragic issue. So they are using your money to make more money and then not sharing it with you. So what we're creating is, imagine a bank, but where you own a piece of the bank just by depositing your money into it. Pretty cool, huh? So what that means is that if any loans or investments are made within this bank, we'll call it a fund because we're not going to be a bank. All the investments, just by you depositing your money into this account, you will earn equally as everyone else compared to what you have, instead of it all going back to the bank, to the executives, right, to the shareholders. So this is beautiful, because this is what, as a society, consciously or unconsciously, we're calling for. We're calling for equitable systems that don't just take from everyone, things that are fair, that are balanced, right? And this is a sign of this awakening of consciousness we're going through, and all the other different signs that are coming out. But balance is coming back to the world. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is happening. So this next step for what we're doing is why we're putting together a trading fund to create this economy. What is an economy? Economy is something whereby people, of course, earn income. There's opportunity, right? But also they can easily, within that same system, spend the income that they earn, right? That's the biggest challenge in crypto right now. Is it's really hard for you or me, if you want to live in the United States or Europe, other places, to use your crypto to pay for your rent or to pay for your phone bill, So what we're going to do is I have friends who are building communities all over, like 10 plus, like actively building them. And I mean physical communities, houses, not just digital communities. Like they're building real digital nomad, off-grid, fully self-sustaining, all the food, everything. Got some in Nicaragua, Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Bali. There's a few others. You get the point. So what we're doing is we're creating a fund, we're creating a trading team where you as an individual, me as an individual, we can put our money in and we can say, hey, I want 25% of it to be traded by the Atlantis trading team. These are people who have been trading for years, doing it consistently and are really good at it. and we're all working together as a team. So this initial funding engine, watching these accounts grow, you, just because you deposited into Atlantis, you're going to automatically earn income from this trading team, period. And then, of course, the traders also get the benefit. But then the next step of there's the earning the income in the economy, right? So the next step is spending. So I mentioned these communities. The first step is we're going to connect Atlantis to all these digital nomad communities around the world so that you, if you're earning money in Atlantis, you can then take that money and you could say, hey, I want to go stay at the Nicaragua community for 3 months or the Costa Rica community for 3 months. And you just simply book it and you're picked up at a specific time that you say. And all of your income inside the system is being used towards that. Now, the cool thing is because a lot of these communities are being built in what were considered or are considered by certain nations to be third world countries, whatever you want to name that as. The expenses are really low. Cost of homes, cost of living is a lot lower than in the US. So not only is it that you're going to have access to this, but it's going to be probably less than if you live in the US or Europe, less than what you're paying now for your living expenses. And the one step we skipped over is we're going to offer also regenerative crowdfunding. So that's actually the second step. The third step is connecting communities. The regenerative crowdfunding is for anyone who wants to do something regenerative, not just regenerating the earth, but regenerating the human spirit, for instance. So if you're a coach and you want to be a coach and you need some income or you need some funding to start your business or to go get an education or whatever, you can apply to Atlantis for funding. And all of us collectively together we vote on where we send the funds, right? And anyone that is approved for funding, if it's going to be a profitable venture for sure, at least in the beginning. So that means that Atlantis will own a piece of, let's say someone comes to us and is like, hey, I want to build a community. So they apply to Atlantis for funding to build a physical community. Then Atlantis owns a piece of that community until the loan is paid back. And then potentially forevermore, Atlantis owns a piece of that because it was crucial in developing. And so what I'm getting at is when I say think of a bank, think of an economy, right? Imagine having access. Imagine this for a moment, for real. Feel this. This is what this is about. Imagine having access to everything you needed, everything you wanted without any liability. Homes around the world, private flight, easily accessible, freaking boats, whatever you want. We together collectively have created this or creating this fund whereby we will have access to all these things. So this to me is freedom. My vision, what inspires me the most is freedom, always building and growing and expanding to higher levels of freedom. And to me, that's like the highest level is if I can have access to everything and I have zero liability. Okay, so this is what we're creating. So I'm just mentioning this because today we're having our first call as a trading team. We're going to trade together for 30 to 45 days to see how we do. We're all going to individually fund these accounts, and then we're going to open it up just to the Atlantis Discord community to invest into this fund. And we've created it to where you can put your money in and no one can touch it except you. But we'll be able to trade the money. So this is the first step is we're game planning this trading engine, this funding engine. And the next step is we have to build an exchange. We got to build a lot. The first part is going to cost at least $400,000 to $500,000 to build this. So we don't personally want to get investors because we're looking to keep this really decentralized. So why am I mentioning this to you guys? Those of you especially on here that are not traders or not part of this team as of now, it's because I want you to know where we're going. First of all, we're always going to need new teammates. And if you think of like what it would take to build something like this, we need as many people who are inspired to really have an impact as possible. So this is a call to you. If you feel like you're ready to really step up into the next level, first right now we need traders. So if you're a trader and you're good, hit me up. If you're not, you want to be, we have mentorship. We can teach you. Otherwise, within the year, there's going to be a lot of other, we'll say positions, but just different things of assistance that we're going to need to really bring this thing to fruition. So So the other thing is to stay tuned to the Atlantis group, show up to the live streams or whatever. But you obviously we're gonna go over charts. We're gonna give everyone value there continuously. But yeah, this announcement is just to let you guys know where it's going. So for those of you that hopped on while I was talking, you can check it out. I was just talking about Atlantis and the fund and what we're doing next. Yeah, so thank you for your energy, just for showing up here. We're feeling good. Let me see. Is there anything I want to mention before we get back into charts? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna share what has been this is a consciousness thought and something that's been a pattern for me the last few weeks. And the main pattern, or the main repeating situation within different parts of my life is to hold my ground, but more importantly, stay committed to what are my non-negotiables in life. And what I mean by that are the things that I allow or don't allow. So it could be the way that I'm treated by friends, family, business partners. It could be the way that I eat. It could be the things that I consume, whether like talking media and things like that. So for me, I've been tested multiple times by people, mostly in the last few weeks, of just the way that I was being looked at or treated. And I've been really good for years now. Just like I tell people, like if I don't feel balanced and the relationship doesn't feel good, tell them, hey, this doesn't feel good. And I'm saying this from love and from awareness. But life will always test us to make sure that we're committed to our highest, that we're committed to our expansion, that we're not willing to go back and change or go downward for another human. So the reminder I have from you, what I'm saying is that if you haven't taken the time to write out in a journal, let's say at least for your relationships, business relationships, friendships, family, all the things that are your non-negotiables, that I will not allow someone in my life around me consistently if they treat me this way. Those that you allow, even if they are family, like this is a big one for people, is, oh, they're family, so I have to keep them around even though they treat me horribly. And what you're doing effectively is you're telling yourself that you're actually not worthy of being treated well, and you'll attract it otherwise. But when you create that space, when you say, hey, I love you, friend, but you're bringing me down, and I just can't have that. When we set that boundary, we also create space for ourselves for more of the aligned, abundant, right, expansive people to come into our space. But if we're constantly giving energy to those people who are taking it for granted, we don't have space for the more abundant, expansive, empowered people to come into our life because we're letting our energy go elsewhere. So that's my conscious thought. I like to give at least one in live streams. But yeah, let me open it up before I switch. Does anyone have questions about Atlantis? If you have questions about crypto, I'm about to go into that. So just hold them for a second. Or do you have questions about anything we're doing? All good. If not, you can unmute yourself or you can just send in the chat if you do. No? Everybody feeling good? Okay. Cool. So let's go into Bitcoin really quick. As a reminder, I know some of you have gotten coaching from me. We talked about Forex a lot. When crypto's moving, I don't trade Forex as much. There's more opportunity in crypto and I really love it. I'm really aligned with it. So since it's been moving over the past, few months, I've been really focused on crypto and I'll continue to do so as it's moving. And those times when it's going sideways or down, I'll go back to Forex for a bit. Now, the cool thing is let me share a cool crypto project with you guys. First off, there's a company or a crypto project where they're bringing Forex trading to crypto. And I think I posted it in the crypto news. Let me find it here. There's a lot of stuff in the Discord, guys. So I know if you haven't taken the time, like there's so much good stuff in this news chat. For instance, we're posting a good bunch of stuff. Okay, so I'll post this here. Let me copy the message. Onami protocol is what it is. I'm gonna post it in the Forex chat just so we can see. Onami is looking to bring Forex trading on top of crypto. Let's get the centralized exchange experience on chain. And they have their own coin, so you can invest in their coin. It's really low right now. It's on KuCoin. This coin, it was just released. This company just came out last month, I believe. So brand new. Why is this cool? Well, because Forex does 6 to 10 trillion, really. It's say 7, but 6 to 10 trillion in volume daily volume. It's a lot of money. Now, cryptocurrency as a whole is only about here we go, $1.2 trillion total at the whole thing. So we're talking like 1/6 to 1/10 of what Forex does in a day. So that's pretty awesome, huh? We have a long ways to go in crypto. That's exciting. But I'm just sharing this with you because I believe this is a sure sign, but I believe that all stocks, Forex, I believe everything, property, real estate, everything will eventually all be on blockchain. And we're lucky enough to be here in the beginning to be able to see it before all that money comes and all that happens. So okay, on that note, so let's check out Bitcoin. Let's look at price action a bit. I'm gonna go out to high time frames. I'm gonna start on a weekly chart here, and I'm gonna do a couple things. I trade with support and resistance lines and Bollinger Bands and price action. So my support and resistance lines are drawn out by these. We have this fib indicator. ChatGPT and I created together, mostly ChatGPT. I just told her what to say or what to do. Okay, so first of all, as I was saying, we have to very obviously we can see there's a fib level here, but we cannot deny that this is a resistance level. This pink line. And I'm drawing this for a couple reasons. You can see here in 2021, when we came up, we broke out in December, we came down, retested that area, and then we bounced upward from there, went up all the way to 60K, right? And then, or was that 60? Yeah, 65. We came down again in 2021 and multiple times tested that same level and bounced up to 69K, right? And that was the top. Came down again, bounced on it again, we didn't go as deep this time in January 2022, but then once it bounced up, we broke through it and then even retested. So we can see multiple reasons that this is a level of resistance. So this level is at 32,000. So this is what I mean is what I'm saying is right now I'm expecting we have to watch for this level right at 32,000 and Bitcoin could touch that and go down and just know all crypto will follow. So for me, what I'm thinking will probably happen is if Bitcoin doesn't blast off right through that, some money is going to go to different altcoins. And so that's where when I'm trading, remember trading is for me different than investing, completely different ideology, different funds, all of it. These are for trading. So my intention with Bitcoin, I'm not in any Bitcoin trades right now. Of course, I'm holding Bitcoin long-term investments, but I'm not in any Bitcoin trades right now. And it's because we're getting pretty close to this resistance level. Now, I'm going to zoom out even more. I'm going to go to a 3-month chart here. Not many people do this. The ones that do, though, always do well. Higher the time frame in crypto, the better. And takes a lot of patience to really get it down. But yeah, the higher the time frame, the better. Okay, so we had this close just at the end of March. So January, February, March, this 3-month candle. Look how strong this candle is. So when we have a candle that strong, I mean, look at the last candle that was similar in size. You know, we went straight up from there. So it's possible, but I don't think it's gonna happen that way. What I'm anticipating, it's really common, of course, that we always when we're moving up after we've moved down for a while, we're gonna test the areas that the price paused. Okay, so first, yes, we have this pink line. The price paused there multiple times. But what I'm really eyeing is this purple line here, because as we came up, we experienced the first high in 2021, came down. And when we experienced the next high for 2 3-month candlesticks, they closed very similar in this area. So to me, and then that happened before we tanked down pretty low. So to me, that's the next level that we will most likely on the higher time frames go to test. Now, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, right? But here's what I can say is look at this pattern where we went up pretty high, right? Came down, and then we had a small blip. We went up, came down. It didn't go as high as before, right? And then after we came down, it shot up super strong. So I'm kind of expecting something similar like that. So where we went up really strong. So compare this upward movement to this upward movement, okay? And compare this upward movement to potentially to this one. So this to me lines up perfectly if we pump up here around 45K and then we come down to maybe 21,000-ish. That lines up with, if you guys are familiar with Bitcoin, the Bitcoin halving or halvening. I've heard it called both the halving and the halvening. The halving is when, so with Bitcoin, there's miners. Miners are just people who are keeping track of the transactions anonymously. And when there's Bitcoin, there's fees, right? You way less than banks, but you pay like $1 or $2 or whatever. Like they literally Binance set $1 billion, like $800 million in like a week ago on a Monday at like 6 a.m. and it took 3 seconds and the fee was like $2. You'd never be able to do that at a bank. There's no way. So the Bitcoin halving, what it means is, for those of you who don't know, there's rewards. So by mining Bitcoin, you're paid those fees. And there's certain Bitcoin that's coded to be released over time. And so the reward for Bitcoin mining cuts in half over time. So that's what the halving is. The next halving, so I want to show you guys why it's important, because I want to show Bitcoin halving with the price. First price. Beautiful. Let's see. Where is the chart? Okay, cool. So look at this. Beautiful chart here. See the red lines here? These red lines are the previous Bitcoin halvings. This is the next one. This, you can see this chart. It only goes into 2021. We obviously know that in 2022 it shot up. It didn't go up to 100K, but it shot up to right here, and that was right after the halving. Okay, so this, let me see if we can find even a current chart, since this one's pretty old. What about this one? Okay, I'm only seeing old charts, but that's okay. You guys can get the point. We can really imagine. So remember, in look at the dates down here, right? It was literally after this halving in 2021 that the price shot up. You want me to show you so you see? Look at the date here, October 2020, and the top was April 2021. So we're going up right there. So if we go back to the Bitcoin halving chart, right in there, right? So here's January. So it's like towards the end of the year. That's when it started to pump. We have another halving next year, 2024. Okay. So this is why I'm saying that this kind of fractal, things perform in patterns, right? So here's this peak in 2017, came down, went up a little higher in 2019, but not nearly as high, came down, and then we shot up new all-time highs. So here we go, new peak, coming down. Now I believe we're kind of in this type of thing. So that's where I'm expecting. For me, I'm looking at between 40 and 45,000 as a Bitcoin peak before we potentially tank. Now I'm not like, a prophet by any means. I'm working my way there. But this is just based off of logic and price action and history. So, and experience. That's it. So this isn't anything magical, but way I'm playing this, once again, my investments are different than my trades. So I am, because Bitcoin's pumped, you see this, we're on a 3-day chart right now. So we can just see that it's gone up pretty good from this bottom line. Even though I have this pink line here, the next fib line is up at like 35K. So I think we're going to shoot up there pretty soon. So I'm eyeing coins that have not pumped yet. So here we go. Here's Rune. Here's number one. You guys have heard me talking about this. I'm going to release more coins in the Discord as time goes on. you guys been paying attention, I released both a 100x coin. I believe is going to go 100x. Just go, if you haven't seen it yet, go into the crypto news or search in Discord 100x and it'll pop up for you. I also shared a coin that I believe will go 25x. Now this is over the next year and a half, because I'm expecting that we don't fully pump until after the Bitcoin halving, which is what history shows what happens, right? So, okay. I am trading first Rune because we really haven't gone up yet, and it's been lagging. And the longer it lags, the higher it will go. So this coin is a coin you can just see from this chart, all cryptocurrencies that are adding value, all cryptocurrencies that are doing stuff are gonna go to at least the high that they were before, but probably new highs. And so Rune here was at $21 all-time high. It's currently at $1.61. I'm not expecting it to go straight to $21. But I am expecting some upward movement along the way. So here on the daily, we've been moving up slow. You can see here I have this line I drew, kind of showing that we broke out above. We have a similar thing that just happened, and I've been talking about this now for at least 2 weeks, guys. I've been posting this chart. I posted in the Discord. If you're not familiar, if you're not watching, if you just go to the crypto chat in the Discord, you'll see like last night at how late? I guess it was only 10:30 or 11 p.m., but I stayed up till 1:30 on charts just watching. So I'm always updating with what I'm doing, okay? So to me, Rune is beautiful right now. Here's this daily chart. See how we came up strong? We dipped a little bit. We came up strong again. We hit this resistance level. Boom. See the wick? It touched it, went down. But notice how we attempted to overtake this bullish candle. And now we have a strong wick pushing it upward so far. Now we have 9 hours left in this candle, so we can't make a decision on it. But what we can do is we can see what the smaller time frames are saying and see if this is lined up. So I'm still in this trade, and I'm in a Solana trade, and I'm in a Dogecoin trade. Those are the trades that I'm in right now that I'm expecting still to go higher. So with this one, I'm kind of wait on the daily, but I'll tell you, like, this 4-hour chart doesn't look the greatest for continuation higher, but a lot of times in crypto, when it's moving up, it doesn't always look like it's going to keep going up. And so you have to be just super aware. So for me, the way I'm trading this, I'm fully expecting $3 within like 2 months, to be honest. That's where I'm putting my money. For sure, I'm expecting it to come up to this. See this other orange trend line I have? Let me zoom out a bit. See. You can even zoom in a little more. Let me turn off the fibs. Yeah, by the way, if you guys want that fibs, the purple fib lines, I made it with ChatGPT. If you send me a DM on Discord, I can send you the code to add it. So it's pretty nice. It's just like drawing the support and resistance lines for you. Okay, so see this kind of sort of trend line I have here? This orange one here. The thing is, you can't always see, directly the levels, and it's just like, to me, all the lines are the levels that charts follow. It's like a lot of it's based off of Fibonacci, and it's hard to directly see. So we try to make patterns in the ways that we can. So here's a way that I did a pattern that I see, and it just looks like, to me, we tested here, we came down, we tested it again, we came down and made a higher low. And so to me, that's going to probably be the next thing. And that would put this Rune at like $2.10. So it's a pretty good trade. It's like a, 50%, maybe not. Yeah, maybe. No, not quite. Maybe like 30% if you trade spot. But when I trade, I'm trading on leverage. When I invest spot, I'm not on leverage. What that means is I'm trading with more money than what I actually have in the account. But my investment, I don't do that. I don't do that whatsoever. And to be also extra clear, like maximum, I would say my crypto trading account will probably never get to more than like 15% of my entire portfolio. But what I initially put in was 2%. No, I'm sorry, I put 1.5%. And now I built it up. It's like 3.5% now of what I have total, just because I've been trading it. So once it gets up to like 10, 15%, I'm going to take a bunch out and put it into probably more coins. So, okay, Rune looks really good. So this is a good one that has not pumped crazy yet and will sometime soon. It's still a good time to get in. And I would, if you're gonna buy this, if you're gonna trade it, just have a view of at least a month or two. I was thinking it was gonna happen within weeks, but I was completely wrong. So, okay, the other one I'm in is Solana, and Solana is beautiful. I've been calling it from the jump. Same thing in the Discord. I yesterday, because I saw it hit a resistance level. I'm really glad I did, but I actually, if you go to wins and losses, you can see I closed this Solana trade early. But yeah, with the long I got, it was pretty good. And I closed it early just because on the low time frames we were hitting resistance. So to me, I was like, okay, I closed it. Let's see, we can see what price I closed it at. 23.05. So you can see that was actually a bad level to close because I would be in higher profit right now if I just kept it. But to me, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush every time. And so I know as a trader, I always have another opportunity. Hey, just like life, as long as we know that we're always got more opportunity and we feel that, we know it's good. Like to me, I'd rather take the money off the table. My goal as a trader is to grow my account, It's not to speculate on what I want my account to be, but it's to actually grow it. So if I see profit, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty liberal at taking the profit. Now you'll see here in Discord, same thing. I'm following along with everything I'm doing. But I re-entered a little bit last night or yesterday, re-entered partial in Solana. And I'm waiting I'm up a little bit on that re-entry, but I'm still waiting a bit to just see kind of what happens here. We did though go to a new local high. We hit $24. So now in the low time frames, this is not the time to buy. But when we look at the daily, 3-day chart, weekly chart, it's like this is just barely getting started. See this beautiful orange line we have here? I'm going to delete this other one so you can only see one orange line. Let's go a little lower. See how, remember on Rune, how I was showing you that resistance level that kind of broke? So let's go back to Rune really quick, right? See the same orange lines here? How once we started to poke above it, how far we went upward, and we're starting to do that again. And it looks like now this is just getting started. Once again, over time, this is going to go crazy eventually at $20 plus. But Solana, what I'm seeing is that we just now are peaking above this resistance level. So even though we go in there on the 1 hour, it's like, oh, dang, that's been going up. It's not my time to get in. Actually, if you look at the high time frames, this looks better than almost any other chart because it's starting to break out now. And so Solana looks good. And then the last one that I'm currently in, Dogecoin. Now, to me, just remember, like, to me, Dogecoin has zero value. Rune and Solana actually are doing stuff, and I'm invested in those long term. I am not invested into Doge long term. I'm only buying because the charts look good. That's it. It's purely based off profit, and that's why I'm not doing it in my long term trades. Now, I say it doesn't have value, but like Elon Musk will probably just because he can, and it'll be funny. He will probably make crypto or Twitter a place where people can use money. Basically, you can tip people, buy things. In China, there's this thing called WeChat, and everyone uses it. It's like more than Venmo, more than Cash App, And so I imagine Twitter is going to be something like that, and it makes total sense because literally a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, Elon changed the logo for some Twitter users to the Dogecoin logo. I shared it on the Discord too. And so, I know he loves Doge and he's got a bunch probably, and he wants his bags pumped. So all these like reasons why I'm like, okay, Dogecoin, it looks like a good trade. So, let's eye though, kind of what's going on. Now the Dogecoin line isn't really, the most solid. A lot of crazy price action, but we kind of got a little bit of a pattern here. This pump happened in October last year, and I don't remember exactly what happened or why, but then we came down, and when we came down pretty far, we never did overtake the beginning of that pump. What I mean is, see how the price was never able to go lower than the beginning of the upward movement. It's a strong indication of like that area, this area especially, that there's a lot of buyers here. And then the fact that we then pumped and we made a new high compared to this trend, right? We went above this high. Beautiful sign. Someone or a few people entered the market, bought a bunch, it pushed the price up, it pumped it, and now we're right at the level where potentially we could be retesting. Now, I did personally, I bought, and I'm still in Dogecoin. I bought right on the top of this candle when this candle closed. So I'm in a small loss right now. The trade's open. But I'm also looking here at Bollinger Bands, how this is the moving average, the 20-period moving average. And it's a beautiful level for us to bounce there. So this downward candle, this is what began last night. You know, we still have what 8-9 hours left. But so far we haven't been able to close below. The hourly candle or the hourly chart is what kind of looked the best. But I'm gonna be honest right now. Here we came down. Yeah, strong wick, pushed the price up, but we're experiencing resistance at that moving average on the 1 hour. And so, to be honest, as of this moment, like even Dogecoin doesn't look great to go up short term. So Solana, not on the low time frame, not a good time. Rune, not on the low time frame. And Doge, they're all kind of right now on the lower time frames. They don't look the best. But once again, with crypto, a lot of times, especially after a dip and especially after things have been moving up, a lot of times it's a time to buy. So what I've done is I've went in on partials. What I mean by partials is I've opened, if I would open this position right now with all of them, I have about 30% of what for the trade itself of what I'd actually put in. And these are trades that I'm expecting to hold no more than a month, you know, at most. And I'll get in it when it pumps up. I may close and take profit, wait for a retest to get in again. But a couple things with Dogecoin, what I'm looking at here with targets, honestly, the next level for me would be around like 10 to 12 cents. And the reason is because we can see that pump in October. Here we go. So the pump we just had like literally what 5 days, 6 days ago, maybe a little more, maybe about a week ago. And we hit resistance and we came down. If we bounce here, we're gonna go above that high, because if we don't make a new low, then that means that the people buying have the power. So if we went up and we came down, we weren't able to go lower than what we were before, then that means we're going to go higher than what we went before. The next logical level that I see is, first we have a fib level here right at 12 cents. We have another one at the 10 cents, right? But the 10 cents, that's the level that we hit resistance. So to me, I'm looking at 12 and potentially up to 15 cents, because back in October, here right at 13, you can see that's a fib level, but also we touched it as resistance. And here at 16 as well, we touched it. It was resistance, but it's also a fib level. So with Dogecoin, I'm expecting between 12 and 15 cents. I'm gonna definitely sell some when it hits 12, and then we'll see with the rest how it goes there. But same thing, as I'm in the Discord, I will update you guys with what I'm doing. It's yeah, I'm spending a lot of hours in charts, more than I have in the last at least 8 months, 9 months, just because crypto's moving. So, yeah, I've been going off. Is there anything I've been saying that's confusing? I try to make this seem super, super simple. Hannah's in Rune, nice. Rami's here, says, love everyone, tell the truth. If the truth is someone puts you down, and I know he said this earlier, if the truth puts you down, then you need to tell the truth. Oh, if the truth is that someone puts you down, yeah, 100%. Yeah, thank you. Sorry I didn't share that when you had said it. And Alan said, how can you make that good discernment knowing which family, friend to keep giving your energy to? Because I love everyone. Well, giving space to someone doesn't mean that you don't love them. You know, what it is it's you love yourself. We cannot give something we don't have. Okay. So if you don't fully love and respect yourself, your time, your energy, you'll never be able to do that fully for anyone else, period. Okay. So by us standing for ourselves, you're going to lead as an example, and you're going to say, hey, listen, I love you, but you're bringing me down. And the good discernment, like simple practice for knowing who in your life is taking or adding to your life, you just write a list of all the names of every single person you come into contact with, even if it's for 30 minutes once a year. And you write a plus and a minus, a plus or a minus next to every single name on whether they add to your life or subtract from it. You'll know. You just say, hey, do they take it from me? When you talk to them, do you feel tired and drained after? There's some people I talk to them and I start to like, if I'm talking to them for too long, I'll feel sick. Like, because they're so low frequency, and like they just take so much energy and they don't give, and then they haven't been themselves like doing practices to bring in their energy to be their own source. And so yeah, it's paying attention to that. And I know with family especially, it can be hard for people, but I love myself because I love everyone deeply because I love myself deeply. And loving myself deeply is respecting my time, respecting my energy, respecting my value. And on top of that, I'm going to be, when I do that, I'm going to be an example to these people. I may even inspire them to get out of their crap and to step up into their true being, into who they are. So anyway, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alan, for the question. And thank you, Rami, for your words. I agree 1,000,000%. So yeah, how are you feeling, guys? Any questions on charts or on crypto or anything? I'll flow through some other stuff. I could talk forever. I love my voice, I guess. Feeling good? Not too much? All right. If there's no questions, I'll keep flowing. You know me. Um, okay, let's see. One other announcement, or just like a call to action. We're for sure with the Discord. When I talked earlier about the economy we're creating with Atlantis, there's no mistake that the Discord is called Atlantis and the fund and community we're building is called Atlantis. When it comes to the fund and everything, this is going to be the initial community that we release things to, and eventually it'll be public for everyone, but we're doing this in a decentralized way. So we have to do it small first and test it out because this is going to piss a lot of people off, banks and stuff. So we have to do it right and make sure that it's blessed for success. This is why we need more team members, and this is why we're going to make it decentralized, so it's not tied to any of us. Anyways, what I'm getting at is another opportunity is if you're trading and you're consistent and you also are a decent leader, if you're showing up in the Discord, like we're always looking for teammates. We're always looking for people to add to the team. And I'm seeing here, I just want to shout out Rami, who's on here, but he's Ram Daswork in the Discord. He was posting about Bitcoin Cash, and that's another chart that I've been watching low key, and I haven't entered yet. But just because he mentioned it, let's check it out. I'm gonna go to a weekly chart really quick. Wow, that weekly chart looks so freaking good. Woo. So what I like is we got the moving average here. See how we were under it for a while, and just something simple. We tested the bottom of this Bollinger Band, broke up above, and now we've been able to hold steady above. So let's go in more in depth though. I want to see what Rami was saying. So he's currently waiting for an hourly close above 130 for a long position entry. Stop loss is based on 15-minute at around 126.70, willing to risk 2.6%. Beautiful. First location to prepare to take profits is at 133, which is right below a strong level of resistance at 134. So Rami's trading more of the lower time frame. So this is beautiful. In summary, long and an hourly candle above 130, stop loss at 15-minute around 126.70, first take profit at 133. You do not have permission to send messages in this channel. Oh, I wonder if who is that? You don't have or let me know on that, Rami, if you can, if you're still here. I don't know if he's even in here still. He might not be in here still. We can figure that out. Okay, so yeah, in the crypto chat, if anyone, well, I'll check that. I don't know if he was able to, if he was saying other people can't send messages or I'm not sure. But that's okay. Let me check the see here. Red news from 2022 about Forex bot from Elon Musk. Any take on it? I don't know about any I would say Elon Musk would probably never talk about Forex, so just be wary. It could be something fake. But if you can find an article or something, that would be awesome. Bots and stuff are getting really, really good. And with AI, they're able to do videos now that like make it sound like Elon's voice and make it sound like he's talking and saying things he's not. So I'm at this point now because AI is so advanced, I don't really trust anything I read or see. Like even to an extent, if it's friends of mine, like okay, I know them, but when it comes to news, like it's all fake. World leaders and stuff, if you see them talking about something, like at this point, the AI is so good, like I wouldn't trust it. I don't believe that it's the real world leader on the news on the video I'm watching. It's probably fake or someone with a mask or it's an AI. So at this point, news is pointless and it's a waste of time because it's probably all fake anyway. Um, but yeah, just good to be really, really clear on that, really sure. I highly doubt Elon Musk would ever talk about Forex. He just doesn't have any reason to. So, okay. What I want to talk about, what I was thinking about next was, let's go into it like this. Let's go into mindset stuff because you guys like, I'm going to do, oh yeah, the Dalai Lama news. Yeah, that could be fake, but I've also never had good vibes on the Dalai Lama. Totally could be fake. And I totally see that. But I also have read that this isn't the real Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama he's like 15-year-old, maybe he might be like 17, 18-year-old now, but he's in a jail by the Chinese government that they created. And so I have actually read that this guy isn't the real Dalai Lama. So yeah, I don't know, like even that, I think it's a way to yeah, we don't even need to go into that too much, but even so, like this completely could be totally created, totally fake. And but yeah, if you guys didn't hear, the Dalai Lama asked a child, stuck his tongue out in front of cameras and said, "Hey, suck my tongue." Which is really, really gross, but whatever. They're trying to defend it, but like, come on, that's pedophilia. Like you can't really defend that. All right, beyond the point. What I want to talk about is in this the mindset of a trader, being a profitable trader, and like specifically what it looks like when it's time to take money off the table. Like with crypto and what it's doing, what it will do over the next couple of years, over the next 50 years. There's a lot of opportunity, like so much opportunity, and I'll just share with you guys. I said 100x. I just go look for the Discord for the 100x coin, but I'll just share with you guys what the one I believe is most likely. So Star Atlas here, very confident this will go to 100x. It's already been at 20. Where is it at? Price 23 cents is the all-time high. It's at currently 0.003 cents. The reason I think this is going to go 100x because this is a play to earn crypto game, meaning this this coin is the actual currency inside the game of Star Atlas. Now the Star Atlas game, the full game isn't even released yet. And so I know some of you have said this and I've repeated this on a call, so I'm not going to go nearly as in depth as I have before. But just go to staratlas.com. You can check it out. But basically in this game, you can fly through space, you can buy and sell land, real estate. You can mine resources from the real estate that you get on different planets. You can sell those resources so people can build spaceships or weapons or whatever. So it's like and it's all play to earn. So the currency for this buying and selling land and buying and selling resources and buying and selling spaceships and properties, whatever you do, that's all in this currency, in the Star Atlas currency. This is the in-game currency, which this currency is traded on. Is it on Binance? It's not on Binance, but it's on a bunch of different decentralized exchanges. It's on Kraken, Bitfinex, all over. So it says real world, real money value. So you can go play the game, make money in the game, and then withdraw and pay your phone bill and buy a house, a real house, not a digital one. And there is already in this game, there's a mini game release where it's like spaceship motorcycle racing. But the full game, you gotta like they're going all out. And so it's a really high quality, putting a lot of money and a lot of energy into it. But just to show you, if you go to Twitter, they release a lot of like previews of the actual in-game rendering. So here's an example of like what this motorcycle racing looks like in game. This is what's available right now. the motorcycle racing one, not the full version, but you can also, what's also available is you can buy and sell spaceships as NFTs. So this is all on the Solana blockchain. So this game alone is going to make Solana blow up, let alone everything else it's doing. But if you have Windows PC, you can download and play the game and stuff. But yeah, in the marketplace, all these spaceships, and for instance, here's some examples of some spaceships. These are NFTs, right? And then these NFTs you're going to be able to use them in the actual game when the game is released. So for instance, here's a ship. Looks like someone's selling it for $555. You can find small ships even, like this one's probably like $10 or something. You can find some for pretty cheap. Oh, even less. Look at that. You can get this one for $2.50. There's so many. And I guarantee you buy 10 of these for $2.50, it'll probably go up to like $15-20, easily. Just this spaceship alone. But they have ships that are going for like 30 G's. Like, let's see what this one is. Last Stand. Wow, this one's listed for sale for $5 million. Hey Mia, cute pants. So there's some, I don't know if anyone's bought it for 5 mil, but there's other ships going for 30K. Look at these are going for 18,000. Someone put an order saying I'm willing to pay 10K. So what I'm getting at is this game is already a big economy rolling and it's flowing. And back to the price, it was at 23 cents last bull run when it had no game available. There was nothing. They had the NFT spaceships, but that was it. It got up to a $500 million valuation. It's at 32 million right now. Okay. So there are crypto games that have gotten up to like $6 to $10 billion valuation and that have nothing compared to what Star Atlas here has. So yeah, so two things. One, just buying in the coin is over the next 2 years, I'm sure this will go to 30 cents. Like, I'm very confident. Definitely over the next 5 years, for sure. I'm willing to hold long enough. But it doesn't take a lot. For me, I'm not putting in more than like 4 or 5 grand into this. Like, and I tell friends like 500, maybe 1,000, and trade the rest and other things or save it or whatever, because this will go a long way. So anyways, for me, for now, I'm just invested. I've been loading up on some spaceships here and there. But this is not going to happen anytime soon. When I say anytime soon, like I say within the next 2 years. Because it's going to happen. First, you're going to get all the other coins that will pump, and that's going to bring more people back to crypto, and then they're going to start to research and they're going to find what's out there. But another thing about Star Atlas is it's on Epic Games. If you guys know, Epic Games is the creator of Fortnite. If you go to Epic Games website, you can search Star Atlas. It says coming soon, so it's gonna blow up. So yeah, okay, yeah. By playing this game, you earn crypto, exactly. So I was saying I'm gonna talk about the mindset of trading. I was leading my way up there because I wanted to talk about, in this case, if you can make 100x on this, you put $1,000 in, it's eventually 100 grand. That turns into. That's realistic. That's not crazy. I've done it before in crypto. And I lost it too, and I made it again. So it's whatever. But there's a lot of stuff that can come with that, because if you only had $1,000 to invest, and then you're not in the strongest financial place. If you only got $1,000 to invest, let's be honest, it's okay. Can always move up. So it doesn't say anything about us. But that could be really, think about what that could do to your mindset. If you all of a sudden you've had $1,000 and all of a sudden now you have 100 grand, think about how differently your life would change. Think about how differently you would live. And, for a lot of my friends, like 100 grand isn't going to change the way they live, but, increase it. How would you change if you had $1 million, if you got it up to 10 million, if you put $1 million in Starlist and you got it up to 10 million, how would that change how you live? Right. Or I guess that would be 100 million. What I'm getting at is it can be really, we get to, if we want to master ourselves, right? Especially if we want to be a profitable trader, we have to go into this stuff before it actually happens mentally. Meditate, go there, because if we don't, we're gonna get blindsided. I can tell you from experience, when I had little money that turned into life-changing money, seemingly overnight, really it was over, 6 months or so. I got really euphoric. And when we get euphoric in trading, we make the same mistakes as if we try to get revenge on the markets. It's the same mistakes. We're not paying attention. We're feeling invincible. And that's the best time for the charts to dip. So the mindset of it is, first of all, what I do as a practice with money. A lot of the reason why, if you haven't experienced a lot of money in your life, for people, it's because it's not like a normal thing. And the universe pays attention to how we feel. It doesn't look at exact words, right? When it comes to manifestation, if you get really, really excited about money, a bunch of money comes into your life and you get really excited, what your feelings are telling the universe is this is not normal. And because if it was normal, I wouldn't be excited, right? Normal every day, you just, it's like whatever, right? Like I don't get, yeah. Anyway, so how we can go into this when we meditate, we really feel that. What does it feel like if I receive 100,000 or 1,000,000, or 10 million? How does that really feel? Let me really put myself there. And how could I alchemize it so that when I actually get there, I'm not feeling super excited and euphoric and manifesting now, telling the universe, oh, this is not normal because I'm excited, right? And the universe is going to bring us back to what's normal, right? So it's what it's seeing is through our emotions, with manifestation. When we get excited, it's like we're going. So the idea of polarity, it's like we're going extreme in one direction. And the universe likes to always come back to balance. It does go extreme, but then it always comes back to balance. And then it goes extreme, and it comes back to balance, right? So our life is the same. So if you feel euphoric, that's you going to extreme, and the universe is going to humble you and bring you back to balance. So what I would say is, if you see it all, like I tell you, okay, Star Atlas is going to go 100x. Maybe for you, you can put in $10,000 or $30,000, right? And maybe just a 10x for you is good enough. You're like, okay, I want to make 100 or 300K, and that's good enough for me, at least for the next couple years, to take care of me. It will be really easy in crypto if your portfolio gets up to that, to then be like, dang, why not? Why not wait till it gets to 600? Why not wait till it gets to 800, right? That's the euphoria speaking. And that's the ego. The ego feels euphoria. Spirit just is. And that is specifically is the time to sell. When you start to feel like, wow, this is crazy. Let's change that. That is the time to at least take half of your money out. I'm telling you this now beforehand because I want you to think about it. And especially those of you trading, getting into crypto, I can tell you from experience, I this will be my third bull run over this next year in crypto. So I've seen it go up and go down and go up and go down, and now it's starting to go back up. I have made the mistake, like, oh, let's hold it till it keeps, let it go to 1 million, and lost most of my money a couple times. So, but we're cool now, so you guys have me. So just learn the lessons through me instead of doing it yourself, and actually capitalize, and then use this for impact. First of all, get yourself to a more balanced place. But then if you're good, you're balanced, you're happy, right? Well, then you can start to do other things, more expansive things. So, don't you also have to feel those amazing feelings before it happens for extra manifestation power? Visualize it before it happens with high vibrational frequency feelings. See, I personally think euphoria is not a high frequency. Like, it feels really good, but I think actually, because euphoria is like, wow, like this is not normal. Wow, this is amazing, right? And we've met those type of people that are just like too excited about something so like kind of small, and it's every time I've done that personally, I'm humbled. To me, a high frequency, a good frequency, I'm balanced, I'm direct, and I'm not overthinking. Like, euphoria will convince you that you won't lose money. Euphoria will convince you to not use a stop loss. Euphoria will convince you to do things you normally wouldn't do. Oh, I'm using 5x leverage. Let me just go. Why not just go 20x leverage just to make more money? And every time I've done that, it ends up in either a liquidation or a large loss. And from experience. So I just don't personally do that. That makes sense. Yeah, so euphoria feels good. But yeah, just like euphoria, once again, it's an extreme, right? What are other times that people you feel euphoria? When people do certain drugs like ecstasy or MDMA, or certain psychedelics even. You notice a lot of times after people experience that, then the next day, it's like, oh, this crazy high, right? And then the next day they're feeling like crap, like, oh, just resting, right? People that do raves, I'd hear the word post-rave depression. It's like post-rave depression is because you depleted all of your serotonin and all the feel-good chemicals in your body. You expressed them all yesterday. Super extreme. And so now your body has to regenerate them. You don't have any more, right? So euphoria to me is similar to that. It's euphoria to me feels imbalanced. But it does feel good when I'm there. Heck yeah, this is great. I'm on top of the world. Yeah. Heck yeah. I have to go actually. Just realized the time. Yeah, I gotta prepare for our call in about 20 minutes. But yeah, thank you, Isaac. Thanks for showing up. Thank you all for just being here. Yeah, every one of you here just contributing your energy always awesome and helps all of us together. So yeah, if you feel called, to go in on what we're creating with Atlantis. If you guys want, I have a whole a plan, a rough draft of like a plan of what this is, but this is going to be a long-term project. If you feel good, you feel inspired by it, just make it known to me, Discord, Instagram, wherever. And then we can get on a phone call just to see where you're at, see how it fits, see what there is to contribute. Right now, though, when it comes to community, all that stuff, we're not ready yet. It's just right now, it's just traders. So if you can provide the skill of trading, and you're good at it, and we haven't already chatted, then let's chat. Reach out to me. Otherwise, with other things, make it known that you're interested in this, and then we can talk in the future though about what that means. So, heck yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I gotta go for this next call here in a bit. Once again, I appreciate you all. Sending love, and I'll see you in the Discord or on Instagram or wherever. Okay, guys. All love. Peace.